నమస్కారం అండి. మనం ఇందాక డేటా ఫార్మిక్స్ చూసాము. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళ సీఈఓ వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వెళ్తున్నాము. అక్కడ కంపెనీ ప్రొఫైల్ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ చేశారు ఇంకా డీప్గా మనం తెలుసుకుందాము. ఇది వాళ్ళ ఇల్లు, డేటా ఫార్మిక్స్ ఓనర్ వాళ్ళ ఇల్లు. రండి మనందరం లోపలికి వెళ్దాము, వాళ్ళతో కలిసి మాట్లాడదాం. అసలు ఈ టెక్ ట్రెండ్స్ అంటే why did we come up with this program is we want to showcase good companies that are operating in US so that people will have an informed opinion or decision when they have to go, and also about the trends in IT. ఇప్పుడు పొద్దున మీకు జాబ్ కావాలన్నా కానీ, ఒక మంచి కంపెనీ కావాలన్నా కానీ, హౌ డు యూ డిసైడ్ అన్నది మా ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం. సో ఈ నేపథ్యంలోనే డేటా ఫార్మిక్స్ తోని మాట్లాడడం జరిగింది. వాళ్ళు వీఆర్ వెరీ థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ దట్ దే హ్యావ్ అగ్రీడ్ టు షోకేస్ దెమ్సెల్వ్స్. సో లెట్ మీ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ యూ టు శ్రీకాంత్ గారు, హూ ఈస్ ది CEO of the Data Formics, and then one of the directors, Venu Garu, and she's one of the budding entrepreneurs, CEO, chairman ankondi Data Formics ki. How do you feel about it? What is your take?
Thanks, Prakash. Thanks for inviting us to this program. We're excited and delighted to, be in the show.
Thanks, Prakash. Thanks for inviting us for this show. We're really excited. We have been in business for a long time, and we want to be able to showcase the growth of our company, how we started, and how we have been running the business so long. So thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Prakash Garu, for giving us this opportunity. We've put in a lot of years into this, in bringing up the company, and I'm glad that we're able to share our experiences with you.
So madam, cheppandi, how did it all start? When did the ideas clicked in that we have to set up a company?
We started Data Formics Technologies in 1998 in New Jersey. Initially it was only New Jersey based. Later on we've spread ourselves globally. Now we have offices in Ohio and Chicago in US, and we have offices in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and we have highly professional people working for us, for the company. It's been 20 years. Last year we celebrated our 20th anniversary, which was a huge success. We had like a lot of people that worked for us that joined us in these celebrations, and it is an awesome experience working in this business, and glad we could make progress. Srikanth is my husband. He started the business in 98. I came in 99 and I joined him. Initially we were both working in our jobs plus managing the business, because we started with very close friends of ours all together in a company. Later, as the business was growing, Srikanth had to quit his job and he came full-time into this business. He loves to do business. He has that skills more, and he is interested in the services that he offers. We offer both we are a professional service company, and then we went into product development services with our offshore offices in India, and that helped us a lot. We bring highly qualified people. We hire very experienced and highly qualified people, and the offshore and onshore model helped us a lot in finding the right people for our business, and today we are pretty big with what we compare to what we started.
Srikanth Garu is the CEO andi. So what are the initial hiccups, how it all started, anadi we need to know from him, and how his vision fructified, what he thought, how it worked, Sir, please.
So initially, I was also working on as a consultant in one of the clients' place, and so we started, as she said, in 1998. A lot of friends were looking for some help, as well as some people are interested in working in US. So we thought of starting on our own, and that's the the reason why and how we started the company. So down the road, as the situation demanded, I had to come out of the job and work full time into this. That's how the whole thing kicked off.
What I wanted to know more about is what are the hiccups? అంటే మీకు ఏది పెట్టినా కానీ సడన్గా సాఫీగా ఏది జరగదు. సో చాలా ఒడుదుడుకులు వచ్చే ఉండొచ్చు. యూ మే హ్యావ్ ఫేస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో వీ వాంట్ టు నో అబౌట్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ వేర్ యూ హ్యావ్ overcome those problems, hiccups and all those things. Thank you.
Yeah, Prakash Garu, as you rightly said, we had a lot of problems we faced during the journey where we are at this point of time. So we started with a good Y2K problems solving situation wherein a lot of people got hired for Y2K solution. And after that, the web, the internet thing started with Java and Visual Basic technologies. And but unfortunately, in 2001, the dot-com burst. You're aware of it. And after that, September 11, things like this slowed down a lot of businesses. Including clients, right? So when the clients are outsourcing started at the time, so we had a lot of challenges which we came across, but touch wood, we were able to overcome all of those. We sailed through all of them. We saw 2 recessions so far, and when things started moving up again, we had to face in 2008 we had the another recession. And this is the life. We have to face all the stuff. We are moving forward. That's how things.
What was the ingredient that made you move over those hiccups? What would you say?
Well, I don't know what to answer to that, but we had to face each and every situation which came. We have to move forward. That's what I would say. Determination. Okay. Yeah. We have to address all the situations and problems. That's how it all worked out well.
His interest in doing business, his interest in whenever there's a new client, it's a new interest for him. It's always like it's like a boost for him. Working with different people, getting like technically qualified people and all, it always was an interest for him, and he was always looking for good contacts, maintaining relationships, and there are days like where we worked like early morning. We used to start the day and we used to end it like middle of the night sometime. Yeah, we have spent a lot of hours, and a lot of our time initial phase was like really an effort that we put in, yes. And he never lost interest, or he was never disappointed with anything. With all these ups and downs, he was always back with a bounce.
So as you see, a lot of determination, and you have to bounce back with every single hiccup that you get. And now comes Venu Garu's turn. He's been in IT for a long time as well, and we'll ask him how he has overcome those hiccups and traveled along with Dataformix.
For me, the beauty of working with Dataformix is that both the founders of the company are from a technical background. So because of my interest in technology and having been working with technology for so many years, Vilatoni, for me, it was an easy transition and easy connection with these people. So, and the fact that they encourage technology and they respect people with technology, and they hire people who are highly qualified, it's like an encouragement for all of us to be working at Dataformix. So that is the biggest advantage they found. And the other aspect of working with Dataformix is that, again, these people are very highly positive people. They have gone through ups and downs, and they were able to sustain in spite of bad economy, in spite of various issues. Whether how business is, sometimes it goes up and down, but they were able to sustain, and they were able to pass on that positive vibes to all the employees of the company. And this is one of the reasons why it makes me happy, and I take pride in associating myself with the company.
Any hiccups you have seen?
Yes, like how Shrikant pointed out, there were a lot of hiccups, whether due to a particular situation, or whether it could be some immigration related issues, and there are issues with the economy. During the 2008 the real estate bust, there were absolutely no jobs, and the consulting practice was down, but we were able to still be together, pull together and sustain, and have that positive attitude, because obviously what goes down must come up, and that's exactly what happened, and we were able to sustain and grow along with the economy.
So what are the technologies that you think are going to work for the next generation of employees, and how is Dataformix catering for that?
So thanks again, Andy. So as far as the technology trends are concerned, I have over 20 years of experience in the industry, and I worked for different consulted rather at different companies, different verticals like financial services, brokerage, pharmaceuticals, etc. So currently, I'm sure everybody is aware of the technology trends. For me, the way I look at technology is, my passion is providing simple technical solutions to complex business problems. And what I have seen nowadays is that the way technology is moving, the way the technology is moving so rapidly, so fast, so dynamically, there is always something to learn, something to something to keep up to. And I'm sure you have heard of cloud computing. With the way the cloud technology works, it's dynamically scalable, virtualized services, and you can seamlessly integrate your on-premises environment to the cloud, and you can use this tremendous computing power. And what I feel is, if you're able to use technology in a proper way, it can add a lot of value to your business. It can improve your business tremendously, and you don't have to try to do the latest stuff. You don't have to try to use all types of technology. But if you're smart enough, if you're able to find the right technology for the right problem, then you will be, especially big enterprises, they see a tremendous return on investment. So I think cloud computing is here to stay. There are a lot of, as I said, it's dynamically scalable, virtualized services. That means, say, suppose you have a company with 100 employees, and tomorrow you buy a company with 100 more employees. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about setting up servers. You can just scale up like in a couple of days, and you can get it up and rolling at any time. There are a lot of big companies that provide cloud services. Obviously, everybody has heard of Amazon Web Services, the Microsoft Azure platform, and the Google as Google Cloud. There are other players like IBM, Oracle, VMware, and Rackspace, etc. So from an employee's perspective, as Shrikant already mentioned, that we always look for highly qualified people with a lot of experience, who have a good education background. We only look for candidates who come from a computer science background and who are working in latest technology, are aware of latest technology. So I encourage people to look into cloud technology. Of course, the technology itself is very fast. There are so many components. We can focus on certain areas. There's big data, there's machine learning, there is IoT, Internet of Things, and then there is Azure storage, infrastructure, so many things. So you can select certain areas within the cloud, and you can try to focus yourself on that and try to gain expertise in specific areas. And this is the future, and I see that almost all of the Fortune 500,000 companies embracing the cloud, especially
Fortune 500 or 500,000?
Fortune 500 and 1,000.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, so Fortune 500 and 1,000 companies, embracing the cloud. Everybody is kind of extending their data centers from on-premises to the cloud, and currently it's more of a hybrid mode where some of your applications may be on-premises, but a lot of them are eventually moving to the cloud. And also with the cloud software as a service, I can tell you that many companies are moving to either Google Apps or Office 365, which is a Microsoft product, where you can host your Exchange, SharePoint, Skype for Business, Microsoft Teams, etc. online. And the beauty of this is you don't have to worry about backup, restore, and all that. And it's 99.9% uptime. It's highly reliable, scalable, and also the cost comparatively is reduced tremendously. So I think this is the future. It is here to stay. And especially with big data, if you want to implement analytics, it requires a lot of computing power, and it's very difficult to sustain that power on premises. If you move to the cloud, you can scale it up in such a way that it's like elastic compute, where you can use the compute power as and when you need it and pay for it. So it's like a pay-as-you-go model. You cannot just go wrong with it. It's just an amazing technology. And the beauty of it is, if you're a startup or if you're a big enterprise company, you can use the same features. So that's one more, I guess, big advantage of the cloud. So today you're in the US. If you want to spread your company across the globe, and if you want to utilize technology for that, again, cloud is easily scalable across the globe. So there's tremendous amount of advantages. I mean, I can go in depth when it comes to the technical aspects of it, but I don't know if this is the right audience for that. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. So, Renuka garu, you have seen the different job prospects. I mean, different jobs you may have gone through, like your consultants or your employees may have gone through. What is the transition? How they have transitioned? What is the thing that make them stick on as an employee in their work?
When an employee works with us, we work as friends and not as an employee-employer relationship. We go through a lot, like initially when they're here, like there's a lot of process that needs to be done. It takes some time for them to settle down because it's a totally different atmosphere, different culture, and everything changes a lot. When initially they come with a particular technology background, and as its emerging technologies change, and every day there's a new technology coming up. We upskill our employees. We provide any training if necessary, and certifications, and we go through a thorough process of screening and making sure that the employees have the right skill set all the time.
Thank you, Renuka garu. You have given a very good advice to the young employees and also the companies on how to treat their employees more like friends, and then help them, guide them transition from their prefixed job perspective to a new job transitions and a new job perspective and prospects. So coming back to data formix, we want to know what kind of services and how the vision evolved from just a small company to a big company, or how did that transition started happening?
So we started by acquiring a small company in India, based out of Hyderabad, and that's how we ventured out into Indian operations. So typically, we have 2 to 3 segments in Indian operations. Staffing services, staff augmentation services for all the clients, like multinational customers in India. The other
Multinationals means who? Like?
Well, I don't want to specifically mention the client names at this point of time, but we work with a lot of multinational companies in India. The other vertical we work on is IT managed services. So cloud support services and managed services for a few clients of ours. So they work on projects for the customers at our site, and we are doing decently in that segment. Of late, we have started a small solution to pharmaceutical companies, pharmaceutical manufacturing companies. There is a compliance which is required for exporting or importing to various countries. So we have developed I would say, successfully implemented for few clients already in India. Nice. And we are targeting globally, the same. Awesome. So it is kind of a mandatory requirement for worldwide, it's called serialization of track and trace of the It's typically in pharmaceutical industry right now. It's a mandatory requirement by FDA. That is what we are working on, and we mastered in that specific segment.
Awesome. So pharmaceutical means it also includes biotech and other things?
I would say yes, but this is like, what FDA is looking, as per my knowledge, tracking and tracing of the manufactured drug, or end-to-end situation where from the manufacturing to the drug dispensed to whom it has been dispensed. That kind of stuff.
So blockchain, do you think blockchain is going to make it?
Blockchain, I think I will pass to Venu, who is an expert. It's his, very much interesting subject for Venu, so I will pass over to him. So you can talk.
I'll just add one thing. Why we need to move to blockchain is when we see this IBM advertisement, they say that right from the source to the destination, it is being tracked. So they said they have their own blockchain. So Venu, can you tell us what a blockchain is, how it's evolved, and anything about it, please? Everything and anything about it.
I'm sure nowadays everybody is talking about blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and very recently you saw that the price of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, went up tremendously, and because of that, everyone got interested in blockchain. So what exactly is blockchain, right? Blockchain is a digitized, decentralized public ledger which is constantly growing. And
okay, decentralized, can you tell what, because we know but we want
so when you say decentralized, what happens is now whenever we think of computing, we always think of a server, and we always think of data located at one place. I mean, it could be backed up, restored and whatnot, but with blockchain, the beauty of blockchain and the security around blockchain is that it could be on any machine anywhere. right? It could be, you can use the compute power of machines across the globe. It could be running on your machine. You could run blockchain and start mining from your home if you have the right equipment.
Bitcoin, right?
Yeah,
Mining is Bitcoin.
yeah, mining is Bitcoin. But from a blockchain perspective, what happens
You have
is,
to be part of that network.
yeah, you have to be. There are different blockchain networks, so you can create your own blockchain network, and you can be part of that network, and you can. Once this transaction is recorded within the blocks, then it's very difficult to erase. In the sense, if you have to go back and erase the previous blocks, then you have to go from the beginning to backwards. So it's very difficult. So
4 of us are in network, and each one will have that same data.
right, yeah. I think sorry, I didn't explain it properly, but so it's highly secure, it's decentralized, it's scalable, it's digitized, and it can be used in many different verticals like healthcare, financial services. So what we see that a lot of governments, a lot of big companies, enterprises are interested in this blockchain technology, and we see a tremendous growth coming in the next few years. There could be some failures, but we see that there could be a lot of implementation that could be successful. Now, all the big professional services companies are embracing blockchain technology, even though Bitcoin is associated with blockchain. Blockchain is different from Bitcoin, and Bitcoin or any kind of cryptocurrency, that is. But the technology behind blockchain is very strong, and we know that the way it is designed, it is here to stay.
We have come to our final stretch of the profile, Andy. So finally, if you study good, and if you are really good in these new technologies like blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, no, not Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, cloud services, AWS, Azure. So one thing about cloud is Satya Nadella said that Azure is better than AWS because it has got more security. What is your take on that?
I know that as far as Azure security is concerned, it's pretty secure. But as far in terms of comparison to AWS, I don't know the details of the comparison. But when you actually look at Azure, when you look at the security, identity, and compliance of the Microsoft platform, whether it's the Azure or the Office 365 platform, Microsoft has worked with all the compliance. Say, for example, if you look at healthcare, they're compliant with HIPAA and personal health information. And now, when Europe is talking extensively about GDPR, the GDPR implementation has to be completed, I think, within before the end of this month. So a lot of companies are scrambling. I don't know the exact date, and then when you look at the financial services compliance like Sarbanes-Oxley and FINRA, etc. So I'm sure that even AWS is compliant, but I know that Microsoft is extensively working towards certifying themselves as compliant to all these industry standards. And also from a data protection perspective, with cloud, what happens is security becomes very, very important because obviously the data is not with you anymore; it's in the cloud. So Microsoft has taken a lot of measures in securing the content, in making sure that they constantly monitor the services, and there are data protection features and information security around your content sitting in the cloud.
Excellent, sir. So now we have come to our final conclusions. So I want to ask each of the panel members what they want data farmix. What is the vision for data farmix?
We want to continue what we are doing today and also widen our wings into developing customized client-focused solutions and create a niche for ourselves, serve the needs of the clients, and at the same time, since we started with professional services, we also want to concentrate on providing similar services to our employees, and that's how we want to go ahead.
So our goal for the next few years is to focus as a technology company. We want to be treated as a company that's focused on technology, and we want to work with the customer and design and architect solutions for them that are really cutting edge, and we want the customer to see the value that we bring in when we work with them. So we want to continue doing what we are doing and focus on technology and learn new technology. Like now voice has become very popular. Voice technology is supposed to be especially with Amazon Echo and Google Voice, supposed to be the value of it is going to be increasing in the next few years, and then it's going to be used in many applications. So we want to work on that. Similarly, as you can see with iPhone 10, face recognition has become very popular, and it's not only just being used in many apps, but also in other places. So we want to understand this new technology. We want to embrace it and work with our customers in providing solutions. So in addition to what I mentioned before, we also want to focus on artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, mobile services, and I already mentioned about security, compliance, data privacy. So we really want to focus on the cloud, empower our employees, and train them and get them certified in all these technologies and provide solutions to the customer. That's our goal for the next.
Prakash Garu, when we started, we were very small, both in US as well as in India. India, we are right now about 1,500 plus employees, consultants working.
So 1,500 employees.
1,500 employees. And we are here about 9,200 people team, 9,200 people. 100 in US. So no, I wish, but we are not that, big. So we do what we are doing right now and focus more on technology, as Venu said and Renuka mentioned. Focus more on the technology side and work more with employees, improvise their skills if required, and take it to the next level wherever it goes. That's what I'm looking right now.
Thank you, Srikanth Garu. You have given us first of all for giving us the opportunity to showcase your data farmix and also about showcasing what's there in future for the prospective employees. And it's very great that you have gone from very small stage to 1,500 employees in India and 90 to 100, between 90 and 100 employees in US. And we wish you that you grow more and more with leaps and bounds.